Greetings. This just in. This one shouldn't be too long because it's just the gym battle. Anyways, I mean, hmm, hmm, on my winnable bros, some bros guys of the Maverick Nation. Hmm, uh, this is. I don't know what part. Apparently 13. Part 13 of the Pokemon, like the My Hero and My Hero Academia and Pokemon crossover. Uh, I mean, part 14 because part 13 was before. This is part 14. Is it? Oh, God. Freaking everything. Yes, this is part 14 of the My Hero Academia Pokemon crossover. What if? And like I said before, this should just be the gym battle. So let's do this. Let's get this going. Whenever, you know, Izuku has healed up all of his Pokemon, and, he finally steps within the gym perimeters, like goes through the door, you know, he sees Hawks, and Hawks is ready. Endeavor's not there, Aizo's not there, so it's just him and Hawks. Just him versus Hawks. The Hawks gym is apparently a flying type gem. The badge you get from it. I do not. Oh, yeah, I do remember actually. The Writer's Badge. That's the badge you get if you win. And Izuku knows that. And Izuku knows that since Hawks only has 3 Pokemon, well, Izuku's gonna limit himself to only 3 Pokemon. Just to make this one fair. You know, he's not trying to be arrogant, he's just trying to be fair. You know? Because he's gonna bring out 3 really strong Pokemon. He's gonna bring out his 3, like, fully evolved Pokemon. Yes. So, basically, Hawks is like, you haven't been doing anything really, so I guess I'm just going to assume that that means you want me to go first? Anyways, I am Hawks, the gym leader of Featherton, and the badge you will receive should you manage to defeat me is indeed the Writer's Badge. But I'm sure you probably already know that by now. Anyways, my first Pokemon. Go on Pheasant. On Pheasant. And Izuku's just like, well then, let's do this. Go, Blastoise! I was like, Blastoise! And, Hawk's just like, and Pheasant. Let's hit him with a wing attack. So, and Pheasant just like, shing. But, like, it's just like, Blastoise, withdraw! He's like, so it doesn't really do anything really. But at the same turn that Izuku, pulls the whole withdraw, he does something else. It's like, ching! And Hawks is like, wait, what? Oh god, no. And he's like, oh, Arceus, no. And Izuku's like, oh, Arceus, yes. Mega Blastoise Eye. Blastoise! And then Pheasant is just like, on Pheasant. And Hawks is just thinking in his mind, like, there is nowhere to run. I am going to die. And so it's just like, it ends up just being like, I'm Pheasant, go in for an aerial ice. Like, choo, 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 choo. Well, just pimp slaps it away. And just like, Mega Blastoise, go for a Mega Hydro Pump. It's like, Blastoise! And, just like, Unpheasant is just pretty much just there is nothing. There's just nothing. It is GG no Re for Unpheasant here. And Hawks is just like, well, shit. We'll go Talonflame. It's like, Talonflame. And he's just like, oh, you have a Talonflame. Okay, then. And, he's like, Unpheasant wasn't the only Pokemon that was faster than this Blastoise. And so it's like, Talonflame, attract. And Izuku's like, wait, what? And Blastoise is like, Blastoise? And it's just, now, Talonflame, hit him with a Sky Attack. And it's just smack. And like, Blastoise is on Mega Evolve, so it just hits, and Blastoise is just like, Blastoise. And Izuku's just like, oh, shit. This does not look any good for me. Gonna bite the bullet here. And he's like, well, for the record, I guess you'll be seeing double vision. Hawks, go! Talonflame! And Hawks is just like, huh? What in the hell are you doing, kid? You know you can't beat me. My Talonflame is the best there is. Yeah. And Izuku's like, wrong. My Talonflame is the best there is. Now, let's get this done and over with. It's just like, you think you're funny, Hawks? Talonflame, attract. And it's just like Hawks is just like, you clever, cheeky little. It's just like, ah. His Talonflame just got hit by like an attract. And Hawks is like, you freaking. Ugh. And then Izuku's just like, now, let's end this with Sky Attack of our own. And it's like, it was just like, smack. But like, Hawk's Talonflame was still up, and it's like, Talonflame? It's just like, Talonflame, no mercy, hit him with a brave bird. And Izuku's like, he's apparently a mind reader. And Hawk is like, what do you mean by that? And Izuku's just like, brave bird, Talonflame. And it's just like, and it's like one of those anime things where like, it's like a clash. And like, Izuku's Talonflame was like, Talonflame. And Hawk's Talonflame was like, it's like, that was like a no mercy run of Talonflame. So basically, like, somehow Izuku's Talonflame survived that. And well, Izuku sees, like, his Talonflame is, like, very, very badly damaged. So he's like, return Talonflame. And well, like, freaking Ox's Talonflame is fainted. So he's like, return Talonflame. I really don't understand why that kid returns his Talonflame. We could have finished this off just like it was supposed to be. Now, what's he going to do? Well, let's see how he deals with Skarmory. And just like, Skarmory! And Izuku's just like, oh, your last Pokemon's a Skarmory. Interesting. Well, let her rip. Rip and round to go. Salazzle! He's like, it's just a known fact by now that Izuku Salazzle has all of that freaking milkshake. It's like Salazzle, like Izuku Salazzle is the most milkshake Salazzle, and all of the boy Pokemon are being bring to the yard. And it's damn right, it's better than yours. It's basically just like Hawks is like, oh, you idiot. Skarmory, fly. And he's like, shoo. And Izuku's just like, oh, you wanna play it that way, buddy? Well, I can play it that way too. Salazzle, dig. And like Salazzle's like, slash, 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 slash. And basically just like, Hawks is just like, shaking his fist like, and basically, like, Skarmory has to come down, and the moment it does, Salazzle! He's like, sure you can. And Skarmory's just like, and, it's just, Hawks is like really pissed. You're just like, oh, you're gonna pay for that. And Izuku's like, maybe you should be doing less talking and more fighting. And even Skarmory got kind of pissed on that one. Like, that was a low blow. And, since all of the freaking, like, all of Hawks' Pokemon are flying type, low blows, they ain't gonna, they ain't gonna, you know, they ain't gonna let that happen. They ain't just gonna let that fly by unanswered. So basically, like, Hawks is like, so that's how you want to play things. Well then, I'll just have you know that you're outmatched. You're completely 100% outmatched. Skarmory, Roost, and it's like heel, like just like a heel move, just like to rub it in Izuku's face, like you ain't as tough as you think you are, kid. And Izuku's just like, so that's how you want to play it, eh? Well, I got a little bit of news for you. I know about the fact that Skarmory's a steel type, right? And you know about that too. I mean, after all, it is your Pokemon. And you are aware that Salazzle has poison attacks, right? And Hawks is like, yeah, so technically, you don't have anything to be bragging about. And who's just like, he's just trying to contain his laughter. And he's like, Salazzle has a little bit of a thing. I don't exactly remember what it was called, but I do indeed remember it allows it to poison even steel types and other poison types. And Hawks is like, you effing liar. You shut your lion ass mouth. You effing liar. And Izuku's like, oh, that's just hilarious. I'm about to shoot just. I'm about to prove just how right I am and how unknowledged you probably are, thinking that, you know, I wouldn't know my Pokemon enough to be able to tell you that, and be confident enough to know that that's the actual truth. Like, smart enough to know that's the actual truth about my Pokemon. And look, Hawk is like, poison other poison types? That doesn't make any sense. And since when could you poison steel type Pokemon? That doesn't make any sense either. You have to be lying. And then Izuku is just like, well then, try me. Let's just see how much of a liar I am. And Hawks is just like, okay then. We will. Scummery. Let's hit him with a steel wing. And Scummery's just like, shh, and just goes straight in. And Izuku's like, well, they asked, like, Hawks asked for this, basically. He's just asking for it now. Like, physical attack, like, going up close, like, you're just asking for it now. And it's just like, Salazzle, Poison Tail. And it's just, shing, and it's just like a strike to the freaking, like, neck, like, of Scummery, like, boom, 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 like falling several times, like just like he just got like dropped. And Scummery is like getting back up, but like Hawks is realizing Scummery doesn't look too good. And then while Scummery's trying to get back up, like Hawks is realizing something. It looks like the thing that a Pokemon shows whenever it's not only poisoned, but badly poisoned. How? Like Hawks, all he can say is how. And then all of a sudden, Skarmory's like, God. And Izuku's like, well, I guess that proves me right and you wrong about me being a liar. And like Izuku's just like, now I would like an apology, please. And Hawk's just like, fine. I'm sorry for calling you a liar. Now, will you please just take the badge and leave? Oh, and this too. You should know by now, it's a technical machine. And for what move? Well, it's the same as, the type of my gym, so I think you would know without me having to explain it to you. And you know what it's able to do? And so Izuku's just like, oh, fly. Technical machine for fly. Yes! Like Izuku's like, yes! And it's just like, thank you, sir. And Hawks is like, wow, he sure changed his tune. Wonder what? Wait, what? He has a talent. He's gonna teach it fly, isn't he? And it's just like, whenever they go to like the Pokemon Center, like Shoto and Mina are just like, I think we both know, like, they're basically like, I think we both know what you're going to use that for. And it's just like, would you like to teach your talent, like, would you like to teach the Pokemon Talonflame the move Fly? And Izuku's like, oh, hell yes, I would. And so now, places I've been, I can fly back to. I'm sure Mom is worried sick. So, before we head anywhere, we should probably take care of that. And basically, Shoto's just looking at Mina and is like, well, I guess then they all just have like a thing and they like have rope and they attach it to Talonflame. And, it's kind of like Santa Claus with his reindeer and his sled. It's kind of like that. Only like Izuku's Talonflame is like rough and tough as hell. So it's just like Izuku's Talonflame is just a badass. Like it's been through the freaking war zone, if you know what I mean. So Izuku's just like they're just able to go there and they just see as Talonflame is descending, they see Springleaf Town. As they're descending to the ground level, they can smell the faint scent, faint yet familiar to Izuku, at least to Izuku, faint yet familiar to Izuku, and well, Plusle, because technically Plusle was there, faint yet familiar scent of home, sweet home. And that is indeed where I'm going to be leaving this off because I said a gym battle, and technically this is extra because, the whole scene like about Fly and flying back because Izuku's like, oh, mom's probably worried, freaking sick. And until now, I haven't had really the means to, it would have taken forever, like taking the trip back normally. So, yeah. I just added that in as like little flavor text to the main event of the entire part, like this part. I believe part 14 now? Yes, indeed, I believe part 14. Anyways, on the analysis, because actually I remember to tell you to out of here. Yeah, boys.